Singing about sweet home Alabama, yeah. Oh, summer long. Singing about sweet. Hello, everyone. I love you all. I know you're having a great time at the Kid Rock concert tonight. Quite frankly, he's amazing. All of you in attendance are the true backbone of our great country, hardworking, God-fearing, rock and roll patriots. Bob is truly one of the greatest entertainers of our time. Let's all continue to love one another, fight for our God-given freedoms, and most of all, let's make America rock, 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 rock. Let's make America rock again. We the people, in all we do, reserve the right to scream, screw you! Haters, haters. Wear your mask, take your pills, now a whole generation's mentally ill. Haters, haters. Because when you call this place home, you shouldn't take this flag or its freedom lightly. And you know, like I do, the only reason we can be here tonight is because of those who paid the ultimate price for our ticket. Those who put their necks on the line to watch our backs, day in and day out, from sea to shining sea. And not a day goes by when we're not reminded that the only reason any of us can do what we do is because of the courage of those who care enough to leave their homes behind, who head out to make sure they come back to a country as great as they left, and they don't give a damn about what went down in a voting booth on election day. They're fighting for what goes up on that Main Street flagpole, or in the hand of a kid at a 4th of July parade. You see, they don't care about red or blue on a map. No. They're fighting for the whole damn flag with all their hearts. They're the stars, the ones who've earned their stripes, fighting for every damn color behind the flag. So I don't care what you call what we've got tonight. A concert, a show, a gig. I don't give a shit. Because what I believe we've got here is a get-together. We're proving that the only party that really matters is the one we're having tonight. And it's been brought to you by those who deserve all of ours. Here's to a program that was born free and brought to you by the United States of motherfucking America. Midnight riding in my old two-seater, rolling down the boulevard. Headlights shining on rusty fences as I pass the rail yard. Black leather. be self-evident that all men are created equal. And if you think that's worth fighting for, then say fight, 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 fight. Woo! That's your only chance. Love someone. I am
Now we have the strongest president of all time taking care of us. I know this 4 years is going to be one hell of a run. I know he's going to do a lot of great things for the whole Spanish community, especially we're going to make America great again. I just want to make this super clear. Trump is the strongest president that we ever had. And I'm just happy we in good hands. There's nothing better than to have a strong president taking care of the strongest nation in the whole world.
Hello, America. Hello, Washington. So you're probably wondering what these two Puerto Rican artists are doing here. Well, it all started in Georgetown, Pennsylvania, during the president's campaign, where we show our support to
God back to our nation's truths. He will make her thrive again. He will save the greatest country, America the beautiful. I'm proud to call the President of the United States my friend. My hero, our hero, a man who never gave up on the American people. And we, the people, never gave up on him. God bless Donald Trump. And may God watch over him, and may he be sworn into the White House with the blessings of the Almighty. God bless. God bless everybody. It's great to be with you. Much love. I love you.
Please welcome to the stage Senior Advisor to President Donald J. Trump, Stephen Miller.
In just one more day, just one more day, it's goodbye Joe Biden, goodbye Kamala Harris, goodbye Democrats, and hello to the golden age of America, and welcome back Donald J. Trump. It's been 4 long years. It's felt like 400 years. 4 years of weakness, 4 years of humiliation and embarrassment, 4 years of persecution, 4 years of inflation, poverty, incompetence, 4 years of betrayal, 4 years of wide open, undefended, unprotected open borders. But tomorrow at 12 p.m., that's all going to end. Because after 4 years of fighting, after 4 years of struggle, after 4 years of pain and yes, suffering, after 4 years of trials, we are now at the dawn of our greatest victory. And each and every one of you shares in this victory. Your hopes, your dreams, your sweat, your sacrifice, your devotion, and those of millions of patriots around this country has delivered America to this moment where we can proudly say that the 47th President of the United States is Donald J. Trump. And the Vice President of the United States is J.D. Vance. America, ladies and gentlemen, is about to become strong again. It's about to become proud again. It's about to become free again. And it's about to be a country that is respected by every other nation around the world. They're not going to kick us around. They're not going to abuse us. They're not going to exploit us, because they know if you mess with America, then you're going to have to deal with President Donald Trump. And Donald Trump will never apologize for this country. Donald Trump will never, ever, ever allow other countries to dictate to us, to tell us how to run our economy, to tell us how to police our borders. Because Donald Trump believes in two simple but powerful words, and those words are America first. Let me remind you of all that transpired to arrive us at this moment. The Democrat Party and the radical left did everything in their power to try to put President Trump in jail. They lied about him, they framed him, they smeared him, they defamed him, they indicted him, they tried to imprison him and to take away his freedom, to take away his family, to take away his business, to take away your voice, your future, to take away your hopes, your dreams, your government, your country. And Donald Trump nearly lost his life on a stage in Butler, Pennsylvania, and then again a few short weeks later. And no matter what they threw at him, no matter the danger, no matter the horrors, no matter the abuse, no matter the corruption, the persecution, no matter how much the broken system tried to stop that man, he would not be stopped. Because he has always been fighting for you. He has always been fighting for all of us. And what is that going to look like come Monday afternoon? It's going to mean an executive order ending the border invasion, sending the illegals home, and taking America back. It's going to mean the eradication of the criminal cartels and the foreign gangs who are preying on our people. And it's going to mean justice for every American citizen who has lost a loved one to an illegal alien. It's going to mean justice for Laken Riley. It's going to mean justice for Jocelyn Nungaray. It's going to mean justice for every precious soul stolen from us by Joe Biden's open border. Accountability is coming. Justice is coming. The whole federal bureaucracy is about to learn that they don't work for themselves, they work for you, they work for President Trump, and they work for the American people. We are about to get our country back and our democracy back. And we are about to have a government at every level that is fighting for you, your family, and your future, lowering the cost of living, lowering the cost of healthcare, defeating inflation, getting criminal thugs off our streets and behind bars so that our kids can live in safety. We're not going to walk over piles of needles to take our kids to the park. And we're not going to let the radical left indoctrinate our children into believing there's 435 genders. Because President Trump knows there are men and there are women. And it is not up to you whether you're a man or a woman. That's a decision that's made by God, and it can't be changed. So I ask all of you to embrace this moment for all it represents and everything it means. It's about the triumph of the everyday citizen over a corrupt and broken system. Over the last not just 4, but 8 years, the MAGA movement has been fighting against every single force that has been decaying, destroying, and decimating our society. It's been fighting the corrupt special interests, the corrupt foreign governments, the weaponized bureaucracy at the FBI and the DOJ and the intelligence community, and it's been fighting a political class that cares only for itself. And they were so sure they were going to beat us. They were so sure they were going to stop Donald Trump. They were so sure that they were going to crush this movement out of existence. And yet, here we stand today, and MAGA is stronger, more powerful, more united, and more determined than ever before. And Donald J. Trump is about to save this country. And we are about to live in a land where once again, the dreams of America's sons, the dreams of America's daughters, the dreams of America's moms and dads are the dreams that will power and propel this country, this government, and this future. So I want each and every one of you, and I want your families, and I want your children to take this opportunity to feel the pride and the joy and the exuberance in knowing that the American people won. We still control this country. We still control this future. We still control this government. And we are about to inaugurate as the 47th president, our champion, Donald J. Trump. Thank you. God bless you, and God bless America.
Please welcome to the stage journalist, political commentator, media personality, and host of The Megyn Kelly Show, Megyn Kelly.
Yeah. Hi, how are you? God bless you for standing out there in that weather and all these hours to get in here today. As Stephen Miller said, we have 20 hours until our long national nightmare is over. We're almost there. By the way, Stephen Miller, if you like what Trump did at the border, you have that guy to thank in large part. That's the guy. He's the magic behind the man. And he's back, thank God. Him and Tom Homan together. Oh. The goodness, Scott Presler, good to see you. The goodness that is about to rain down on us after Trump is inaugurated tomorrow is already starting, and I've got to tell you, I am so pumped up about it. Things are already happening in anticipation of Trump being sworn in, like Facebook and McDonald's getting rid of their DEI programs. Good for you, McDonald's workers. Looking at you, Kamala Harris. Really? No, not really. Wasn't true. You've got universities from University of Michigan to North Carolina to all the public universities in Iowa, all the public universities in Texas getting rid of DEI. You have got, yes, you've got a bill that passed the House this week, the Protection of Women and Girls in Sports Act. Yes. Now, it passed once before, but this time we control the Senate. We have a much better shot. Still have to get 60 votes to get a vote. We're looking good. You've got a judge who struck down Joe Biden's disgusting changes to Title IX, which has been stopped in its tracks, and it will be killed entirely, those changes, as soon as Trump gets in there. Have no doubt whatsoever. Good things are happening all around the country. Pete Hegseth was testifying this week that military recruiting is already going up in anticipation of their new commander-in-chief. The deal in Gaza, right before Trump takes office, as he said, if it's not done by the time I get there, all hell is going to break loose. The goodness just keeps on. I woke up this morning, I was 2 inches taller, a pound thinner, and I had skin like Jennifer Lopez. That last one's not true. Okay, speaking of J-Lo, how happy are you that her candidate lost? It's so delightful. These Hollywood celebrities who get up there and try to tell us how to vote, really? I mean, like those celebrities who know nothing about anything. All J-Lo knows about what to do is to ruin marriages. She's an expert at that. Why does she have to try to ruin the country too? So goodbye, J-Lo, it didn't work out for you. Goodbye, Meryl Streep, who showed up at that Oprah event saying, "Oh, Madam President," to Kamala Harris, "Madam President." How'd that work out? About as well as her comment that Harvey Weinstein was God. And maybe we should stop listening to her. Maybe we shouldn't be going to her for our political advice. And then you had Oprah herself. Oprah, she'll interview you if you pay her $1 million too. Yeah, it's a low fee of $1 million to sit down with Oprah Winfrey, apparently. That's what the Harris campaign paid her production company, she says. And for that, you know what you get? You get Oprah yelling at you. Kamala Harris! Why are you doing that? Calm down, madam. Didn't work out for her either. But of course, the fakest person involved on that side of the aisle was the woman at the top, Kamala Harris herself. Thank you. Who pretended that she wasn't the border czar, who pretended that she was middle class, who pretended that she was smart. And the American people did not buy it. Every time you turned around, this woman was doing something faker than the last, right? Her like fake Jamaican accent, right? But my favorite was the preacher accent. Joy cometh in the morning. She wasn't wrong about that. It came at about 1:22 a.m. on election night when the election was called for Donald J. Trump. I felt it. I've been thinking so much about Trump, especially today and this week. I know you have too. Praying for him, praying for his family, thankful to them. I mean, think about it. I interviewed Trump about a year plus ago and asked him, why are you doing this? You could be in Scotland, you could be at your golf courses. It's because he loves the country. And he wasn't done yet. And we're not done with him. So God bless him and the family for making this sacrifice and doing public service. Same with J.D. Vance and the cabinet members, all of whom need our prayers and support. But I'm also thinking of all of you. I'm thinking about you. I'm thinking about Americans who got us here. Because the things that Trump is accomplishing already, some of the things I mentioned in anticipation of him taking office, that ball got rolling, yes, with Trump, but also with regular American people who stood up here, there, and everywhere to make a difference in their own communities. I'm thinking about people like Jody Shaw. You probably don't know that name. But Jody Shaw was an administrative worker at Smith College. She didn't make a lot of money, single mom, 2 kids. And in late 2020, early 2021, she had had it with the DEI nonsense at Smith. So she made a Facebook video and she posted it. And little Jody Smith, who is sweet and quiet and not one to shake the tree, said, "I don't want to be forced to talk about my race at work anymore. I don't want to be told that I have implicit bias because I'm white. I don't want to have to enforce segregated dorms. Please stop making me do this." And Smith unleashed holy hell on her. Smith, this super tolerant college, okay. made it, she alleged later, untenable for her to stay. She got forced out of her job. And I'm honestly not sure whether Jodi's fully recovered. So she got hurt. And she got hurt for all of you and for us and for the rest who are at Smith. She's a hero. Jodi Smith is a genuine hero for doing this. But it wasn't just Jodi. I mean, I'm thinking about people like Andrew Gutman, who had a daughter at a posh school on the Upper East Side of Manhattan and pulled her, but he didn't go quietly. He wrote a scathing letter, ripping them to shreds for what they're doing to us with this race essentialism nonsense. He went out with a bang, and he made sure other parents knew what the problem was. Jason Riley of the Wall Street Journal, you may see him on Fox News sometimes, and his wife, Naomi Schaefer Riley, who pulled their mixed-race daughters from a school in Rye, New York, and made a point of doing it because that school thought that their mixed-race daughters were desperate to talk about their blackness all the time, and they found out the hard way those kids really just wanted to learn math. These battles are being won piece by piece, one at a time. And there are so many others. I'm thinking about the 14-year-old girls in Wisconsin who had an 18-year-old guy come in there naked into their showers after gym. I'm thinking about the young woman in Massachusetts who just wanted to play field hockey and suddenly got all of her teeth knocked out because a boy played for the other team posing as a girl. How do we know about these stories? Because people were outraged. Citizens went to the news. They went to their principals. Girls spoke out one by one and got the ball rolling on change. And change is coming. All of you wearing the MAGA hats. It used to be an act of civil disobedience, right? Yes, sir, defiance of a registered order that didn't want to hear from you. But wearing that hat for much of the past 8 years has been an act of courage too. And I know just because you're here, that you had your moments in your own communities, whether it was online or at the bowling alley or at the restaurant or at school, where you stood up for one of these same issues, where you had to tell somebody you didn't want to be reduced to skin color, where you said, I prefer the days when we didn't make a thing out of that, where you had to tell somebody that boys cannot become girls and girls cannot become boys. Those battles, one after the other, have been fought, and this anti-DEI momentum has been built brick by brick, thanks to all of you. And you who listened to Donald Trump, who, when a reporter asked him at a presidential debate in 2015 about some of the language he used, responded by saying, "What I say is what I say. And if you don't like it, too bad." That was more than just a quick comeback. That was a reminder of what America is. In America, we have the right of free speech. We have the right to offend, to provoke, to annoy, and to stand up for what we believe in, even if you find it controversial. We have the right not to use the words you try to force on us, like your preferred pronouns or words like anti-racist or chest feeding. We are reminded of that daily by President Trump, who would never bow to the woke mob. Just ask Brett Kavanaugh, who will be swearing in J.D. Vance tomorrow as he, Kavanaugh, sits in his robes as an Associate Justice of the U.S. Supreme Court. So I thank all of you for being part of the Trump movement and for bringing these changes upon us and for bringing Donald Trump back into the office. And a reminder before I go, stay strong. We haven't won the war. We're winning. We won a bunch of battles, but he's going to need all of you every step of the way. We're going to have to be patient. We're going to have to steel our spines. Do not bend. Never bow. What I say is what I say. God bless you. God bless President Trump. God bless the United States of America.
Of American strength and leadership and the vision that he represents. Over the years, I have had the privilege of witnessing firsthand the qualities that define President Trump, not just as a leader, but as a man. His determination to protect the interests of the American people, his bold approach to solving problems, and his relentless pursuit of progress have defined his presidency and inspired millions across the globe. President Trump has always understood that leadership is not about following trends, but about charting a new course. In the face of immense challenges, he has consistently stood firm, driven by a deep belief in the potential of America and its people. Today, his leadership extends beyond our borders, influencing the world in ways that reflect the best of our ideals. Nowhere is this more evident than in the Middle East. Under President Trump's guidance, the Abraham Accords have transformed a region long defined by conflict. Thank you. These historic agreements have brought together nations that once stood divided, fostering cooperation, trade, and understanding. The Accords are a testament to the President's belief that peace is achievable when we approach challenges with strength, clarity, and a shared vision for the future. As the Special Envoy to the Middle East, it is my honor to carry forward this mission on behalf of the President. Thank you. The work we do in this region is not just about diplomacy. It is about creating a legacy of hope, stability, and opportunity. The Middle East is home to extraordinary potential. And through President Trump's leadership, we are unlocking that potential in ways that benefit the region and the entire world. President Trump's achievements are not just a reflection of his policies, but of his core principles. He has always stood for religious freedom, human dignity, and the belief that every individual deserves the chance to succeed. His efforts have strengthened alliances, encouraged economic growth, and ensured that America remains a trusted partner on the global stage. Mr. President, your vision for the Middle East is a reminder that true leadership is about results. You have shown that even in the face of skepticism, progress is possible when we approach challenges with boldness and resolve. The Abraham Accords are not just agreements. They are a blueprint for a future where peace is not the exception, but is the expectation. As we look ahead, the challenges remain significant, but so do the opportunities. Under your leadership, Mr. President, we will continue to expand the circle of peace, strengthen partnerships, and promote prosperity across the world. This is a cause worthy of our efforts, and I am deeply honored to play a role in advancing your vision. I am reminded of the words of Abraham Lincoln, who said, "I am a firm believer in the people. If given the truth, they can be depended upon to meet any national crisis. The great point is to bring them the real facts." Mr. President, you have always trusted the American people with the truth, even when it has been difficult. And you have reminded us all that through honesty, strength, and determination, no challenge is too great. Today, we begin a new chapter under your leadership. It is a chapter defined by hope and unity and the belief that America's best days are still ahead. Together, we will continue to build on the foundations you have laid, ensuring that your vision for a stronger, safer, and more prosperous world becomes a reality. May God bless you, Mr. President. May God bless the United States of America, and may He guide us all in the pursuit of peace and progress. Thank you. Thank you.
American businessman who is CEO and president of UFC, Dana White.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I am honored to be here to celebrate President Trump's historic victory. He didn't just win this election, he won it in dominant fashion, with record numbers of Americans from all walks of life. Not only did he win the Electoral College by 86 points, but President Trump was the first Republican candidate in 20 years to win the popular vote. He also made major gains among traditionally Democrat voters by increasing his support with Latin, Asian American, Black, and young voters. So what does that tell us? Democracy is alive and well in this country. And the people have spoke loud and clear. America wants President Trump back in the White House. Think about this. Winning this election after everything that's happened over the last few years is an amazing achievement and an incredible comeback story. Think of all the things President Trump had to go through to get back here. All the powerful forces that tried to take him down. The mainstream media, partisan prosecutors, assassins. It's absolutely insane what this man has been through. And only President Trump could have fought through all those obstacles, all the attacks, and still come out the winner. But you know what? That's just what he is. This guy is a winner. And I say this all the time. He is the toughest, most resilient person that I've ever met, and nothing was going to stop him from fighting so hard for the country he loves. He embodies what being an American is all about. We are the toughest, most resilient people on earth. And nothing can stop us when we unite. To all those Americans who didn't vote for President Trump, and all they know about him is what they hear from the mainstream media, I just want to let you know, he has been an incredibly loyal friend to me for over 2 decades. And not once has he ever asked me for anything in return. And he's proven again and again how tough he is, but he's also a man who truly cares about people. Everything great that has ever happened to me in my career, he's been the first one to reach out and congratulate me. And more importantly, in the hard times, he's been the first one to reach out and let me know if there's anything I need. And all this during a time when he had a laundry list of his own problems he was dealing with. He is the best human being that I have ever known. So America, it's time for us all to put our differences aside, and we can't do that if we continue to focus on all the issues that divide us instead of all the issues that unite us. The fate of this country is tied to the fate of the president. So if you love America, you should want America's president to be successful. If he strengthens our economy, resolves conflict around the world, and makes our streets safe again, we all win. When America's president is respected around the world, we all win. When America succeeds, we all win. Now it's time for us to come together as one nation, the United States. This moment will be a turning point in our history and a triumph for all Americans. Tomorrow, when Donald J. Trump is sworn in as the 47th president of the United States, the great comeback story begins and our country starts winning again. Thank you, America.
We love you, America. We love you, Washington, D.C. So we have two little monsters here that want to do something very special. They want to do the Pledge of Allegiance, which they do every single night. You guys want to take it away?
Yeah. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That's real America, ladies and gentlemen. That's America. That's what we love about this country. And guys, we as a family love you so much. This is the greatest political movement ever created. And you know what, guys? They tried to stop him. They tried to indict him. They tried to take him down. They raided his home. They went after his children. They tried to bankrupt him. They tried to imprison him. They did everything they could to stop this movement, and they failed. And here we are in Washington, D.C. on this beautiful day, and Donald J. Trump is about to take back the White House. And guys, our country is back. Our country will be respected again. We as Americans will be proud again. America will be feared again. We are gonna have the greatest nation on earth. The nonsense ends, the bullshit ends right now. We love you. We love you. We love you. Thank you for having me be such a big part of this journey. I'll truly never ever forget it. Thank you guys, we love you.
Ladies and gentlemen, less than 24 hours from now, we will call Donald Trump President of the United States of America. It's not just what we worked for over the past year or even over the past 4 years. It started the second a bold, brash businessman from New York City came down the golden escalator in Trump Tower 9.5 years ago, and people said it was impossible. And yet that man is the one who will save not just our country, but will save the entire world. And so I just want to quickly say thank you. Thank you guys for continuing, despite all you heard out there, to believe in Donald Trump, to stand by our family throughout this fight. Thank you for trusting me to be your co-chair of the Republican National Committee. I hope I did you proud. I made promises all over this country when I went and spoke, and I said, you're not going to cheat in this election. And they got upset when I said something around the lines of, if you are a person who wants to cheat in our election, we will find you, we will track you down, and we will prosecute you to the full extent of the law. So I said it louder next time. And this was a free, fair, and transparent election. And if there's one thing I am proud of, it's that we restored the American people's faith in our electoral system this election in 2024. We didn't do it alone. I see someone directly in front of me, Scott Pressler, who helped on that front as well.
We love you, Scott.
But thank you guys. This has been the honor of all of our lifetimes to be here and fight alongside of all of you to save this country. The dawn of the golden era of America is tomorrow, right here, starting in Washington, D.C. God bless you guys. We love you. And we are almost there, folks. Thank you, guys.
Hello, America! I have to ask, has anyone ever been this excited for Monday morning to roll around? It's like Christmas, Easter, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, my birthday, all wrapped up into one special day where we can take back our country once and for all. But guys, we could not have done this without all of you. Those who stood steadfast and loyal, who wanted to fight for that next generation, to fight for the incredible aspects of this country that have been squandered, that have been crapped on, that have gone by the wayside. No more. That ends tomorrow at noon. Now, perhaps, unfortunately, it took the last 4 years of hell that they put my father through, that they put our family through, that they put all of you through for us to fully understand just how fragile everything we believe in is. But I truly believe the opportunity we have now to start anew, not to keep the old administration from 16 to 20, the bad actors and the can kickers and those who are just trying to wait it out till we get back to normal. But now, with the knowledge of that 4 years, in conjunction with the knowledge of the last 4 years, we can truly make a difference forever. When you look at this cabinet, when you look at the fighters, you see people who truly all believe in the America First movement, and that's what this is about. Putting America first, putting our families first, putting the Constitution first, and putting our children first. So with that, I have to introduce a young lady, my oldest daughter, Kai. Pretty good, Kai, I don't know. With that kind of applause from the Trump family, it creates some problems. But she was with me. She was with me when we found out about my father, her grandfather, and best golfing buddy was shot. And she called me the next morning and said, Dad, I must speak at the RNC this week. I don't care. And I said to her, are you sure you want, your first speech ever, you wanted to be in front of 50,000 people and tens of millions on TV? And she goes, I don't care. So I called my dad. I said, listen, she wants to do this. And he goes, whoa, that's a big one. And he just said, you know what? That kid is an absolute winner. Let her do it. And that, again, is the fight that we all need in our country. That's what we want for all of our children. So with that, my daughter, Kai.
Hi, everyone.
Thank you all for the support for the past decade, and we're looking forward to the next 4 years, and God bless America. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. You are the best. No one will fight harder than my father for all of you. There is no more resilient man in the world than Donald Trump. Every time they tried to take him out, every time they said he was finished and we're moving on, he came back bigger, better, stronger than ever before. And this next 4 years, with this incredible team that we've assembled, is going to be the pièce de résistance. This is going to be it. We're going to win for all of you. So thank you, and God bless.
Ladies and